Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to folks on OneSpotMedia.com.
The Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw has appealed to international stakeholders in the ganja industry to lobby the United States to relax its banking laws to allow earnings from a legal ganja industry to pass through the financial system.
Mr. Shaw made the appeal as he outlined to the participants at the Canex Ganja Business Expo, the Montego Bay Convention Center, that ganja is not Jamaica's problem, but a solution. TVJ's Anthony Lugg is at the Montego Bay Convention Center, where the conference is being held, and now joins us live.
Now, day 2 of the Canex Business Conference and Expo has come to an end, and much of today's focus was
Ganja is not the problem. It is a part of Jamaica's solution.
That assertion from Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw at the Canex Business Conference and Expo on Friday. But the question being asked is, what's taking so long for policies and strategies to be finalized? Mr. Shaw insists progress is being made and more funds are being allocated to facilitate the development of the sector. A lengthy wait, but Vice President of Canadian publication Marijuana Daily stressed the importance of implementing the policies correctly the first time.
A government has to do this right because there's a lot of aspects of it, from security to how things are grown, to testing, to quality. And if you rush through that process, we've seen other countries and states in the United States do this. If you rush through that, what happens is it creates a very chaotic system for the people involved, for the businesses, the growers, and the governments then have to go back and change things and tweak things and sometimes overhaul certain aspects of the regulations, which introduces uncertainty, new costs, and ultimately delays things more.
Countries like Mexico have been making strides with the legalization of ganja for medicinal purposes in 2017. Former President Vicente Fox believes Jamaica is moving in the right direction.
Because right now Jamaica is further ahead than Mexico. We have already approved medical use in Mexico, but we don't yet have the regulations, so everything is stopped for the moment. I hope these next weeks we'll be getting that regulation, and so that the whole industry can start moving ahead.
Mr. Fox laments that once the rules are executed, the sector could bring big revenue for Jamaica. Big revenue, but more issues, like separating the legal from the illegal trade. Bruce Linton from Canopy Growth in Canada argues that the illegal trade would be forced out of business.
What happens is when the government has an interest, the government might make a little income off of it, licensing fees, sales taxes. And when you start taking the government's money, then the criminals have a new problem, which is the government is not any longer going to say, well, that's just a little thing, it's our money, we don't like you taking it.
But with the gains as well as challenges, Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw says in coming months, the CLA will be aggressively granting more licenses.
We recognize that for Jamaica to reap the benefits of this industry, we must continue to facilitate and create an enabling environment and encourage sector growth and transparency.
Those issues were addressed. Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw also made this appeal.
We know that there are some barriers right now, there are difficulties. We all know about the issue of the de-risking through the United States in terms of moving money. I am encouraged by recent comments by President Trump in conversations with the Senator Mitch McConnell and other U.S. senators, in which the President has specifically suggested that they are going to be obliged to take a more careful look at medicinal cannabis in the first instance. Because in this issue of the movement of money, it is small countries like Jamaica that will tend to suffer the most. The big boys have a way of finding a way around that issue. All of our commercial banks in Jamaica are obliged right now to go through the New York system in terms of the movement of money internationally. So this is something that I'm asking you at your level in this room, whatever you can do to help us in joining in a great lobby to the United States to say the time has come for you to change your approach. Otherwise you are going to cause problems in terms of the credible and transparent movement of money in the industry globally.